The Miracle on Ice was one of the most dramatic upsets in Olympic history. The Miracle on Ice was an Olympic hockey game in 1980 where the Americans beat the Soviet Union 4 to 3. To many, the American upset was more than just one hockey team beating another. It was a victory in ideological struggle. The Miracle on Ice was an amazing moment for not only an underdog team, but for an underdog nation. Coach Herb Brooks was looking for players with certain capabilities. Individually, the players were fine, dedicated sportsmen, but collectively, they were a transcendent lot. For 7 months, they pushed and pulled each other along, until for 2 weeks in February, they, a bunch of unheralded amateurs, became the best hockey team in the world. He wanted young, educated kids who were willing to break down stereotypes and through old wives' tales about conditioning and tactics out the window. He wanted open-minded people who could skate. The players had to learn a new style of play in 7 months. Overall, he wanted people who were willing to listen and work hard to become a successful hockey team. The Americans had to prepare for this game by doing many things. The 1980 squad made a habit out of scoring early and often, overwhelming opponents with their skating and surgical puck handling. The team that met the Soviets on February 22 was in peak physical condition and they had learned to play in an elegant Russian spirit style that emphasized possession and crisp passing along with crunching body checks. The players had incentive enough in wanting to beat a team that hadn't lost an Olympic hockey game since 1968. A team that is considered by all hockey experts to be the best in the world. A team that beat the NHL All-Stars 6-0 a year ago and embarrassed this same US team 10-3 at the Garden 2 weeks ago. Perhaps they were inspired too by Coach Brooks' pre-game pep talk in which he said, "You are born to be a player. You're meant to be a player. This moment is yours and you're meant to be here." The players just had to learn new things. In simplest terms, they had to learn what any touch football players knows, that crisscross patterns and laterals are more effective than the plunge. Coach Brooks had some help from other coaches too. Early on, Brooks went to coaches of track and swimming and found out about anaerobics, underloading, overloading, pulse rates, the works. Then he transferred this information to his players, who, because they were educated, because they were open-minded, were willing to listen. The game, a pretty even strength game. The Soviets started the game strong, buzzing through the American defensive zone and leveling several shots at the goaltender Jim Craig's net. At the end of the first period, the match stood level at 2-2. At the time of the period end, the Russians held a 3-2 lead. During the third period, at 8:39, Johnson tied the game 3-3 on a power play. The puck was behind the Soviet net and Harrington and a defenseman were battling for it. The puck caromed off the boards and slid into the slot directly to Hursion, who snapped a wrist shot past Maishin. 10 minutes to go, USA 4, USSR 3. And that's how it ended. The miracle had a positive impact on America. When the news of the win hit the streets, the game was televised on tape delay. Americans broke into a spontaneous national celebration. Motorists honked their horns at one another. Strangers hugged Bar patrons screamed themselves hoarse and belted out renditions of God Bless America. The political implications of their response were impossible to ignore. Not since Jesse Owens ran for gold in Hitler's Germany in 1936 has an athletic triumph stirred such an outpouring of patriotic pride among Americans as the young U.S. Olympic hockey team, stunning 4-3 through over the Soviet Union did yesterday. By pulling out a game virtually nobody but themselves thought they could win, fans who had overflowed the Olympic fieldhouse flooded into the streets after the game, chanting USA, USA. Cold Nights was an amazing moment for the American Olympic hockey team and Americans. The Americans defeated the Russians 4-3 after an intense game. They learned many things along the journey to beating them, including learning a whole new style of play. This win sparked a huge celebration all over America.